But the reason that philosophy, that is doing the philosophy, is useful for careers comes out when you think about things like the World Economic Forum, for example, has said that in the top 10 skills, and actually it features in the top sort of 3 or 4 of those, complex problem solving, critical thinking, and creative thinking are things that are needed for the future of work, for the fourth industrial revolution, all this stuff. And that's what you get from, those are the muscles that are sort of built up when you do philosophy, because you're given a tough challenge, like, well, say something about, like, work out what the meaning of life is, please. Or like, what does it mean to do good and be ethical, and what's really real, actually, and all these things where the history of philosophy is sort of paved with papers that try to make it look like there's a very clear right answer to those questions, but actually there's not necessarily, and that's why we have a really rich discourse around philosophy. But all those questions are so big and so varied, that, or so complex, I should say, that when you grapple with them, it makes your brain have to practice going, okay, it could be this or it could be that. Both seem like good things, but there's a lot of uncertainty. And yet I have to choose one answer, because the next question I'm going to get to is going to depend on that one. So it makes you be very sort of limber mentally, and that's good for complex problem solving. It's good for creative thinking. It is all about critical thinking. And so doing philosophy is good for careers, because we know that careers these days are so dependent on not just what you know, but how you make sense of the data, and also how you move from one thing to the next, right? Or from one job to the next. And so it's good not just for work, but it's particularly good for careers, because of careers being about how you navigate things, right? How you sort of move from one point to the next.